Deuteronomy 3 from the Bible. Defeat of Og, king of Bashan. Next we turned and went up along the road toward Bashan. The Og, king of Bashan, with his whole army marched out to meet us in battle at Edrei. The Lord said to me, "Do not be afraid of him, for I have handed him over to you with his whole army and his land. Do to him what you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon." So the Lord our God gave us into our hands Og, king of Bashan, and all his army. We struck them down, leaving no survivors. At that time we took all his cities. There was not one of the 60 cities that we did not take from them. The whole region of Argob, Og's kingdom in Bashan. All these cities were fortified with high walls and with gates and bars, and there were also a great many unwalled villages. We completely destroyed them, but as we had done with Sihon, king of Heshbon, destroying every city, man, women, and children. But all of the livestock and the plunder from their cities we carried off for ourselves. So at the time we took from these two kings of the Amorites the territory east of Jordan, from the Aran Gorge as far as Mount Hermon. Hermon is called Siron by the Sidonians. The Amorites call it Senir. We took all the towns on the plateau and all Gilead, and all Bashan as far as Selichan and the Edrei, towns of Og, kingdom in Bashan. Only Og, king of Bashan, was left of the remnant of the Rephaites. His bed was made of iron and was more than 13 feet long and 6 feet wide. It is still Rabbah of the Amorites. Division of the land. So now he has all this land. He's dividing it, Moses. Of the land that we took over at that time, I gave the Reubenites and the Gadites the territory north of Aroer by the Aran Gorge, including half the hill country of Gilead, together with its own towns, the rest of Gilead, and also all of Bashan, the kingdom of Og. I gave to the half-tribe of Manasseh. The whole region of Argob in Bashan used to be known as the land of the Rephaites. Jair, a descendant of Manasseh, took the whole region of Argob as far as the border of the Geshurites and the Maccathites. It was named after him, so that to this day Bashan is called Havoth Jair. And I give Gilead to Machir. But to the Reubenites and the Gadites I give the territory extending from Gilead down to the Aran Gorge, the middle of the gorge between the border, and out to the Jabbok River, which is the border of the Ammonites. Its western border was the Jordan in the Arabah, the sea salt, below the slopes of Pisgah. I commanded you at that time. The Lord your God has given you this land to take possession of it, but all your able-bodied men, armed for battle, must cross over ahead of your brother Israelites. However, your wives, your children, and your livestock, I know you have much livestock, may stay in the towns I have given you, until the Lord gives rest to your brothers as he has to you. And they too have taken over the land that the Lord your God has given them. Across the Jordan, after that, each of you may go back to the possession I have given you. Moses forbidden to cross the Jordan. At that time I commanded Joshua, You have seen with your own eyes all that the Lord your God has done to these two kings. The Lord will do the same to all the kingdoms over there where you are going. Do not be afraid of them. The Lord your God himself will fight for you. At that time I pleaded with the Lord, O sovereign Lord, you have begun to show to your servants your greatness and your strong hands. For what God is there in heaven or on earth who can do the deeds and mighty works you do? Let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan, that fine hill country and Lebanon. But because of you, the Lord was angry with me and would not listen to me. That is enough, the Lord said. Do not speak to me any more about this matter. Go up to the top of Pisgah and look west and north and south and east. Look at the land with your eyes, since you are not going to cross this Jordan, but commission Joshua, and encourage and strengthen him, for he will lead this people, across and will cause them to inherit the land that you will see. So we stayed in the valley near Beth Peor. Okay, so now we have another battle happening in the chapter 3. So Moses has taken over 2 more kingdoms and with his army, and it's a little brutal because he killed everyone in the land, and I think it's wrong to kill people. But you have to be aggressive and you have to be mean if you want to take care of your family and your loved ones. So it doesn't matter if you're like rude or like hurt someone else. If you're doing it for your family, if you're doing it for your God, I guess it's okay. Actually, it's not okay to hurt anyone. That's my opinion. But I can see how like just society works, how the world works. It's a part of our history to just, be merciless. People are bad. People are mean. People are really evil sometimes. Mankind is evil. This chapter worried me. I just didn't like how they killed everyone. Anyway,